What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Backcourt Bros. I'm your host, Will Neufeld, here with my associate, Ryan Rivas. Say hi to the folks, Ryan.
What's up, guys?
Alrighty, so since it is the NBA offseason, me and Ryan thought, why don't we do a NBA power ranking going into next season? So we're going to go just in the Western Conference for this video. If you guys want to see the Eastern Conference video, like the video, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Yep, we're just going to be doing the Western Conference first seed through eighth seed. We're both going to have our own takes. So, Ryan, why don't you start us off? Who do you have at your one seed?
At one seed, I have Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, with that Josh Giddey trade, they dumped him. They got Alex Caruso, better defense, better three. I feel like, especially with the good vibes they have in Oklahoma, everyone's going to be improving. It's just like almost like guaranteed almost. You feel me?
Yeah, I do feel you. I feel like their only competition are the Denver Nuggets, but for me and my one seed, I also put the Oklahoma City Thunder. Uh, man, Shea is just really good. Chet's gonna improve.
Mm.
They have a good coach, and most importantly, though, the team is hungry. Like you can see, even in this year's playoffs, they were lacking the experience, but bringing in, as you mentioned earlier, Alex Caruso, that is massive. Yeah, I think that this team is just going to go all in next season. And so, maybe we see an OKC Celtics finals, which might be pretty cool. But yeah, I
Pretty
think,
nice. Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think we are both in agreement at the one seed. So let me know, Ryan, who is your second seed?
Controversial or not, I have Minnesota as my second seed. I feel like this offseason they might also be looking for to dump Cat's contract, maybe bring in someone else to help guide Anthony Edwards and play like a vet role like Mike Conley did, especially with the way they drafted with Rob Dillingham. I feel like that was a steal, the way they just took him out of the Spurs' hands. But yeah,
Yeah, as a Spurs fan, I was not happy about that deal. But yeah, I see that at my two seed, I put the Nuggets. Listen, Anthony Edwards is really good, and if Anthony Edwards puts together an MVP caliber season, I can see the Timberwolves being the second seed.
oh yeah,
But Nikola Jokic, he's the best player in the world. I had to put him at my two seed. I just don't want to doubt that man because he might
yeah,
not be able to dunk, but he can still generate points in the paint like no one we've ever seen. So
for real.
yeah, and I think after this year's playoffs, the Nuggets aren't going to be very happy. They should have gone further. They shouldn't have gotten knocked out by Minnesota in seven. But you know, Jokic was kind of gassed in that series. Jamal Murray, he was tired too because he had just hit two incredible daggers against the Lakers. So, yeah, Nuggets. That's my two. And so I'm assuming at your three, do you have the Nuggets there, or did you put another team in front of the Nuggets?
Different team that actually put Dallas Mavericks, considering they made the finals.
Okay.
Especially with like it might be controversial because Derrick Jones Jr. was a huge part of that run. They got rid of him for Klay Thompson. I mean, like it
Oh, for
wasn't like a
sure.
trade, but like I don't know. I have faith in Dallas again this year with Luca, Kyrie, Derrick Lively, Gafford. I have faith in that team, man.
Yeah, as again a Spurs fan, I do like the Mavericks up there. But I don't know over the Nuggets. I don't know if I agree with that. Like Derek Lively's good, but now I respect it. I like it a lot. And that was your three seed, right? The Mavs at the three.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. At my three seed, I put the team that you put at the second seed. I'm gonna take the Timberwolves here. I think Ant is gonna progress. Uh, like he did last season, but I don't think he's MVP caliber in 2025. I think 2026, 2027, I think that's going to be Ant's time. But what do you think about Anthony Edwards in particular? Do you see him, where do you see him hitting his prime? Do you see it next season? Because you put him at the two seed. What's your thoughts?
I have faith in like the way they're gonna handle the contracts and everything. Like dump Cat, like I said, bring in some more players around Ant to help him, you know? Like I feel like that's why I have him at two. And because Ant just keeps getting better every year.
I see that. Yeah, 100%. So me and you have both said our first three seeds in the Western Conference here. And so please tell me at the fourth seed, do you please have the Denver Nuggets there?
I do actually.
Oh, thank goodness.
I promise you, I'm not a Denver Nuggets hater, but I just have these other teams above them. That's all.
Yeah, the Nuggets did put together a pretty disappointing season or this past season, so it does make sense why he would be low on some people's lists.
Yeah. Also,
Uh,
like they got rid of like Reggie Jackson, KCP, like they're just letting them walk. Like
yeah, they
those are
lost
some
Bruce Brown
couple 2 years
this
back.
past season. He
Yeah.
walked. So yeah, for sure, I definitely see that. For my four, I have the Dallas Mavericks
Ooh.
there. Uh, so you had the Mavericks at what, the 3 or the 2?
Yes. 3.
3. Yeah, so I got Mavs at the 4. Yeah, Luca, he's just great. He's incredible. He's very incredible. He's
That's a new
incredible.
word. Yo. Someone put
Incredible.
that in the dictionary, yo. All right.
The dictionary of the Backcourt Bros. He is just incredible, phenomenal, just absolutely insane. But losing Derek Jones is the only reason I didn't have them at the 3 seed. I wanted to put them over the Timberwolves so bad, again, as a Spurs fan and
Yep.
ultimately as a Texas team fan. But nah, the T Wolves are just good with Ant, and the Mavs losing Derek Jones, that just kind of drops them a tier in their defense.
Yeah.
They also lost Tim Hardaway off the bench. They got Quentin Grimes, but now I feel like the team's a little bit top heavy, right? They got a lot of guards, not a lot of wings.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Mavericks roster? Is this a championship contending roster, or is this a roster that needs improvement before maybe the trade deadline or All Star break next year?
Yeah, for sure. They definitely lead like a good bench role. Like, I feel like it's solid, but it's more guards and like people to back up, like Lively and Gafford. Like that might be
For
their
sure.
only problem, and they need like a really, really good defensive player to pair with Luca, Kyrie, like a guard type defense, like a Drew Holiday, Derek White, something like that.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. So we've all talked about our first 4 seeds, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, cool. So, Ryan, who do you have at the 5th seed?
All right, this one's gonna be controversial. I have
I'm ready.
Memphis at 5. Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely forgot about the Memphis Grizzlies.
It's easy to, but like Ja was injured this year. He's coming back next year. Hopefully, he learned his lesson though. And like they just drafted Zach Edey, I believe. Like to pair him with Triple J and like Desmond Bain. That's an unstoppable front court and back court right there.
Yeah, I just thought
Yeah,
about Jaren Jackson Jr. at the power forward. Zach, is it Eddie or Edie?
I think it's Edey.
Okay, Zach Edie at the center. That is an incredible shot blocking front court.
Oh
That's
yeah,
insane. So yeah, I know a lot of Memphis fans weren't happy about that one, but I definitely see them. If Ja Morant can put together a MVP caliber season or even just an All-Star caliber season, this team has a great roster, good coaching staff. Uh, they can definitely get up there. For my 5th seed, listen, I'm a Kevin Durant fan.
yeah,
I love Phoenix. I gotta go with the Phoenix Suns here. Listen, the Big Three era is over. But if any team could pull it off, it's the Suns. That, that's
yeah.
my only reasoning. Like that's probably the most controversial thing I'm gonna do,
Yeah, they
just
had like a
because
prime
everyone can
Booker.
agree that the Big Three era is
Yeah,
dead. But
prime Booker. I mean, like what? Kevin Durant got injured like in the beginning of the season, didn't he? And then like Beal was injured basically the whole season
it was so
until the
sad.
playoffs, and then Booker also got injured a couple times. But I think if they've had a completely healthy season, got the chemistry right and everything, I think that's a good take right there.
Yeah. The only problem is the coaching staff
Hmm.
and the chemistry, as you said,
Yeah,
they have no bench. It's like we have Bull, not even Drew Eubanks. Drew Eubanks left us in free agency. That's how bad our bench is. We can't even get Drew Eubanks. It's it's tragic, but
yeah,
uh yeah, it's kind of all up to Kevin Durant at this point and Devin Booker. If Devin Booker can progress and Kevin Durant, he's probably going to regress a little bit, but if he can just regress a tiny bit, not like a full drop, if he could still put together maybe like 27, 5 and 5,
yeah,
I can definitely see this team at least making the playoffs, right?
yeah.
Alrighty. So, the first 5 seeds are complete. 3 seeds left. Ryan, the 6th seed, the big 6. Who do you got?
I got Phoenix in 6. Basically, we had the exact same opinions on Phoenix. coaching staff and bench are horrible. It just they need to improve that, man. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments down below if we should do just a whole video where we just hate on the Phoenix Suns for like 20 minutes.
No.
Because I'm down, honestly. All right, so for my sixth seed, so I had Suns number 5 and my sixth seed. And, I had a team here, but now that I remember the Memphis Grizzlies exist, I'm going to put the Memphis Grizzlies at the sixth seed.
See that?
So, yeah, everything that you said about Memphis when you put them in there, that's my same thoughts on it too. Ja Morant, if he can improve his shooting, not off the court,
Yeah,
on
for
it,
real, for
if he
real.
can improve that. So yeah, I got Memphis at my number 6. So this leaves 2 left. Who do you have at number 7?
Once again, another controversial take, but I have the Utah Jazz. If anyone's been keeping up with the Utah Jazz, they know what I'm talking about. They've had an incredible rebuild, very similar to Oklahoma with Walker Kessler, like compared to like Chet Holmgren type play, and like all of their guards, like Keontae George is really good too. Like this has been like a perfect draft, perfect rebuild for them as well. As soon as they got rid of Gobert and Spada, it's been like great since.
Yeah, they've been a very quiet team, it feels like.
Yeah,
It's like they haven't done anything really big in either free agency or drafting or trades, but they're just kind of slowly sneaking up in this Western Conference. So I can see that. The only thing that the Jazz lack is like a true like superstar youngster.
yeah,
Like I don't know if Laurie Markkinen is that guy.
yeah.
They need to get something a little bit better. But
I
they
agree.
they have assets. They could definitely trade for that. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that there. I can definitely see that. My 7th seed, though, I have the new look Pelicans. Listen,
Ooh, good take.
DeJounte Murray. Remember, I'm a Spurs fan, and I'm a little bit crazy about DeJounte Murray. I love that he's a two-way player, plays great defense, he can pass, he can defend almost all 5 positions. It depends. But yeah, him, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. They lost Jonas Valanciunas this free agency, which is kind of
Yeah.
sad, but uh, I don't see them being like past the play-in really, or past at least the first round. But I can see them possibly making it past the play-in, maybe.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this DeJounte Murray trade in particular? Do you think so? They lost Jonas Valanciunas, but then they brought on DeJounte. Do you
Yeah.
think that this team ultimately progressed this offseason, or do you think they got worse?
I kind of feel like it's a neutral zone. It all depends on Zion's health, really. Like, remember when we had Lonzo in New Orleans? Like, him and Zion were unstoppable duo. I feel like this would be
Yeah.
the same thing if Zion stayed healthy and like Brandon Ingram stayed healthy too. They would definitely need to find like a replacement for Jonas Valanciunas though. But yeah, that's my
Yeah,
take.
I see that. That center position is definitely lacking. Alrighty, but we have 1 seed left to talk about, the 8th seed. No one wants to be the 8th seed. You're always too bad to contend, and too good to get a good draft pick. So, who do you think that team is going to be going into the 2025 season?
I'm tied with two teams for the eighth seed. I have New Orleans
Ooh,
and Los Angeles Lakers. Because I mean, like
I
we
see
we already
that.
discussed New Orleans, but like the Lakers, like you have AJ
Yeah.
Redick coaching you now. Anthony
Hmm.
Davis, you don't ever know about his health. D'Lo, he's gonna get traded probably after a horrible performance in that Nugget series. So
Yeah, hopefully
hopefully,
give Austin Reeves a little more minutes.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely see that. The Lakers, they're I don't know. The Lakers have always been just disappointing like every season for the past 3 seasons. Like ever since they won the championship, everyone's like, "Oh, this is a new super team." And then it's just been, disappointment, disappointment. So, for my 8th seed, I have it tied. You know what? I actually don't have it tied. I feel pretty confident about this Houston Rockets team.
dude, I had them like it was gonna be like a tie between them, New Orleans, and Los Angeles. Because remember, they crept up on the Warriors last year and almost took their play-in spot. Like with
Yeah.
Reed Shepard added and all these other like talents that are being developed, like I completely agree with you there.
Yeah. It ultimately it's a big question mark, this Rockets team. It's all about Alperen Şengün and Jalen Green. If
Mm,
they can both like develop some chemistry and become like a good pick and roll duo, and then you have, of course, Fred Van Vliet, if he can also, not regress and just kind of still be that good knockdown shooter, good playmaker. Dylan Brooks, they have some good
mm,
defense. And they're kind of a tie between, are you guys contending or are you guys rebuilding? And that's perfect for the eighth seed, right? So,
yeah.
uh, yeah. Alrighty. Well, this was the 2025 NBA Power Rankings from the Backcourt Bros. Let us know your power rankings for the Western Conference in the comment section down below. With that, I'm Will. Here's Ryan, and we will see you guys in the next one.